Grindelwald here. Well, so many people have written me saying, how bad is this going to get? And I really can't tell you that. It could be unbelievably apocalyptically awful. It could be merely very bad. It could be merely irritating. The likelihood is it'll be somewhere in the middle of that. Here's the thing I can tell you. Mr. Trump has surrounded himself with a bunch of sycophants and spoiled rich boys. The one common denominator of the people around Donald Trump and his family, and he has admitted this, is that these people view the world transactionally, otherwise known as what's in it for me. So this is going to be a feeding frenzy of people trying to line their pockets and feeling good about that idea and saying, oh, that's best for America when I'm really, really rich. These things I will tell you. It is entirely possible because of Mr. Trump's tariff policies and immigration policies that the food economy in America could crash. Store shelves could be bare. Food prices could go through the roof. And this is something I don't think there's a lot of disagreement about. During World War II, especially toward the end of the war, over a third of the fruits and vegetables consumed by Americans were grown not by commercial agriculture, but by victory gardens. And that's a lesson. So going into 2025, finding ways to assist your family in getting decent food is a good idea. Similarly, right now, most electronics are at least partially built in Asia, different countries, but Asia. That means that electronics could go through the roof in terms of its price if the tariffs Mr. Trump wants to put on are actually enacted. So that means if you are going to get the new TV, the new phone, the new GPS unit, the time to do that is right now, before the prices skyrocket. And then stop buying things. Because many of the corporate mavens of America are looking at Donald Trump as a way to line their pockets and to gouge the American public because they know the government will do nothing about it. Your response should be to simply not buy their products. Buy used clothing and footwear. Grow your own food. Buy your electronics now and not after Trump takes power. And then allow their economy to subside. If they're dropping 6-7% in sales, they will not feel comfortable lining their pockets with ever greater golden parachutes. And that is one way we can defend ourselves. The second way, to be blunt, is to keep communication. During the American Revolution, the colonials knew that the crown controlled most lines of communication, so they set up what they called committees of correspondence to communicate with each other, to be able to discuss important issues and to coordinate. There are a lot of ways out there to do that right now. Make sure you set some of them up to communicate with people that you do not want to lose track of in ways that the government cannot track easily. Because let's be honest, Mr. Trump views the world in terms of two kinds of people: those who serve him and those who are enemies. Those of us on the second side of that need to make sure we can talk to each other. And third, Mr. Trump is term limited. The people who he will bring in on this nightmare will be term limited with him. It is hopeful to realize that in 4 years he won't be there. And frankly, with Mr. Trump's health, I don't think he will be there the full length of his term. So, be of good cheer. Decide on the world you want and move in that direction despite pieces of human garbage like Donald Trump. Grindelwald, out.